Yo, 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 yo. I go by the name of Marky Baby. But y'all can just call me Lucky. That's my thing. This is the Lucky Day podcast. And it's not even a podcast. I ain't gonna talk that long. I don't like talking that long. I just wanted to talk and make one of these. I'm all over the place. I'm an artist first and foremost. I make music, rap music. Just dropped the album on iTunes, Spotify, title called Too Lucky. So y'all go check that out. But I also love sports history, man. I love sports, period, but I love sports history. I love the history of everything. I watch old stuff. I like old TV shows, old movies. I'm watching Twilight Zone as we speak. I Love Lucy's my favorite show. But I was having a conversation with some dudes about Babe Ruth. Old boy said Babe Ruth couldn't do what he's doing now because of the pitching there is now, the specialty pitching, the hitting coaches. Babe Ruth would be just a mediocre player. Bro, chill. Babe was the Babe. Babe Ruth hit 60 home runs one season. You know what I'm saying? And that held for a very long time. And I think that it's just not true that he wouldn't be the same player. I think that if you were ever, like the great players of any sport, they're going to transition and they're going to be great in any era. Because they had a different mindset, they had a different like mystique about them. They had this different aura. They could carry and they could take on the moment, unlike anybody else. The Babe was the Babe. The Babe would get lit, smoke cigars, hang out with women, and he just walk up there with that charisma and knock one out the park, bro. And I think today's game, he's just gonna adjust and do the exact same thing. I think the greats are always going to be great. My first example was Larry Bird. Larry Bird, white dude. 80s. Slow. Couldn't jump. Not athletic at all. But my man averaged 25 and like 10 or 24, more or less, in the pros and 10 rebounds. And he shouldn't have been able to do that, man. Won 3 championships. He shouldn't have been able to do that, but he did. Because he just had a different thing about him. The moment didn't get to him. That's what the great ones, like what separates the great ones, that they're ready for the moment. They want to take your heart out, man. My man was playing against Dominique Wilkins. He was playing against James Worthy. He was playing against very athletic 3 small forwards. Period. He shouldn't have been able to do what he was doing. But he did it. Because he was just great. And that greatness is always going to prevail and outshine everything else. He went to Indiana State, averaged 33 and like 15, something crazy like that. I ain't got no numbers in front of me, but I know something like that. Took him to the national championship. A bunch of nobodies, and Larry Bird to the national championship. That's because he's great, dog. That's it, bro. It's as simple as that. They haven't been there before. I don't think they were there before, and they definitely haven't been back since. Like, it's just something different about these guys. When it's their moment, it's their time, they want the ball, they're going to uplift the rest of their team, and they're ready for the moment more than anybody else. Another example, Willie Mays, man. Like how just greatness is just going to prevail every time. Willie Mays played in the Negro Leagues, killing in the Negro Leagues, right? New York Giants at the time, come and get him and put him on the minor leagues, killing on the minors. Now you may think, oh, he's not playing anybody. He's just playing against Negro League players. He's not gonna be good. Put him in the majors. He's not gonna be nothing. He's in the minors. He's still killing. He's not in the majors though. He ain't playing nobody. He ain't gonna be nothing. So the manager for the Giants calls up. Hey Willie, I want you to come play for us. Willie says, I can't hit that kind of pitching. Manager says, well, what are you hitting right now? He says, I'm hitting 477. He was like hitting 470 or something like that in the minors. Manager says, can you hit 270 for me? Willie says, I can do that. Goes up, and for his career, he hit 660 home runs and averaged, I think, 306, 307 in the majors. Like all that talk, he's playing lesser competition. He couldn't do it in the majors, and he does, man, because he's just great. He had a different charisma about him. The moment was never too big. Sometimes the moment gets too big for these other players, man. Another Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice goes to Mississippi Valley State. Was that him or T.O.? I don't know. I think it was Jerry Rice. Went to Mississippi Valley State. Not the fastest, not the biggest. He's playing against lesser competition. He won't do nothing in the NFL. Goes to the San Francisco 49ers. Granted, he has Steve Young and Joe Montana, but still, bro, he's playing against dudes way faster. Darryl Green running 4.1s. Deion Sanders running the 4.2. Players out there just blazing speed, more athletic, stronger. My man has the most yards of all time receiving, most touchdowns of all time in the NFL. Why, bro? He had a different mindset than anybody else. He was 40 years old and got 1,000 yards and I think like 8 touchdowns at 40 years old when they went to the Super Bowl when he played for the Raiders. Man, he's just great, bro. Like, these players, they're going to transition. Don't say just because they played back then they won't do it now. No, bro. They have a different mindset than anybody else. The moment's not too big for them. The stage is never too big for them. As athletic as you are, you can crumble under pressure, and that's what people do. You know what another good example is? Kevin Hart. Y'all remember when Kevin Hart All-Star games like 3 years ago? They were trying to make it was supposed to be a joke. He does a 3-point competition against Draymond Green. Draymond Green probably shoots hundreds of shots a day. He's in the NBA, right? Kevin Hart has movies, does comedy, commercials, you name it, he does it. My man's always out there working. Probably shoots every now and then, hoops every now and then. Goes out there, they do a 3-point competition. Draymond Green hits 12 or 15 or something like that. And Kevin Hart goes out there and ties a NBA player in a 3-point competition on NBA All-Star Weekend. Why? Because my man was just made to be great, bro. The stage is not too big for him. He performs in front of 100,000. He sold out the Philadelphia, not the 76ers, the Philadelphia Eagles Stadium, man. Like, so you know, like, them dudes come out for the dunk contest and they missing dunks is because they're not used to the spotlight. They're not used to just having the focal point only on them. They sell out an arena with like 20,000 people and there's 12 of the players around them. Kevin Hart sells out an arena, 100,000 people, and it's just him. He went out there and it wasn't nothing. It's just like, if you're going to be great, you're going to be great. If it's your time to shine, you're going to take that time and you're going to shine. I think it's just I think that pretty much goes with anything. Music, like Michael Jackson is going to stand the test of time, man. Elvis is going to stand the test of time. Frank Sinatra, my favorite movie is Casablanca, made in 1942, and it stands the test of time because it's great, man. It didn't have the same effects. They didn't have the same tools as we do now, the same editing tools that we do now. But for some reason, because it's great, it's going to play in any era. It's going to last in any era. And that's how I feel with sports is. So don't be hating on these old dudes. Will's going to give you, if Will's playing right now, Will's going to give you 40 and 20. Because he's going to play up to that competition and still be better than everybody else. Bill Russell's still going to be Bill Russell. Give you 17 and 15 rebounds. Magic's going to be Magic. Bird's going to be Bird. Michael's going to be Michael. No matter what era, no matter what kind of defense, no matter what rules, these players will adapt because they were made for the moment. Ted Williams, Babe Ruth. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I mean, that was the argument. That's just my piece. I think I did all right for my first one. If you like it, put it in the comments. If you don't, put it in the comments. Or not, you can just DM me on that one. Or you can, I had fun. Lucky Day Podcast. Yeah. Let me know what you want me to talk about next. If you want me to talk again. If not, I'm going to still keep doing it because I don't care. It's just whatever, man. All right. Lucky Day Podcast. I went over. I was supposed to go 7 minutes. All right. Text me. 214. None of your business. Okay, yeah, new kicks, new fit, not thick, you sick. Girl got loose lips, it's new chick, no such thing as too thick. Sending heart eyes already, it's too quick. New year, new goals, the first one was new flows. Only 1 month in, a new flow booth though, like